Well, Kajima Tashiv, it's father-in-law, wee man Shaw. It's a long time since I was doing any of these, so um, you'll have to forgive me, but I intend to do a few now for Blaine the Gaeilge for Irish language here. So, first of all, this here is a medium level lesson, okay? It's not for complete beginners, so there'll be a few wee things I'll be assuming that you would know. That said, you still might pick some things up out of it. The second point I'll say is it's a slightly grammar lesson. It's not really conversational. It's a sort of a wee bit about the structure of the language. So it's not really aimed at conversational skills. That said, the stuff here is very, very useful and things that you can use in conversation. And I think it's better to give people the skills to build their own sentences. So that's the second thing. So medium level and also slightly grammar or looking at the structure of sentences. And the third thing about this lesson is it's based mostly on what's known as the verbal noun. You don't even have to know what a verbal noun is or anything like that. You just need to know how to use it and the uses of it. Whenever I first heard tell of the thing called a verbal noun, I had no idea what it was. It's sort of like a half a verb and a half a noun, but the best way to do it is to actually look at how it functions or whatever. So basically, as you know, most verbs are doing words or action words, okay? So you have like make, take, and these are just a couple of examples. Break, start, or fix. That's just a few examples of verbs or actions, okay? And in Irish, you've got Jan, you've tog, you've brish, and tossie, and jessie. Now, these here are known as the stem of the verb, okay? Just your starting point. Just the bare word, Jan, do or make. Tog, lift or take, okay? Brish, break. Tossie, start, and then jessie, fix. The stem is used then, you do things with the stem to get the verb into different tenses. So you'll be able to say things like I did break, I will break, I would break, I did do or make, I would make, I will make. So you'll use the stem to get yourself into the various tenses. But in addition to the stem, there's two other very important parts to the vast majority of verbs, and you must learn them as well to be able to operate in the Irish language. So this will get your various tenses. From this, you'll do things with that to get your various tenses. But in addition, you have this thing, what is known as the verbal adjective, and the other part which is known as the verbal noun. Now, we're not going to look at the verbal adjective in any depth here at all, just to make you aware that you need to learn the verbal adjective as well. And the verbal adjective, as we know, adjectives are describing words, so it's sort of like an action, but it's also describing the state that something is in. So for example, if you've got break, brish, well, the verbal adjective is brishtje, which is broken. Something is now in the state of being broken, okay? And cree brishtje, the broken heart, okay? And again, you could take jan, meaning make or do. So ta and te jante, the te is made. The tea is ready, it's done. It's done, it's ready, it's in the state. You're describing it, it's in the state of being done, even though it came from originally from a verb. So it's describing the state of things. The verbal noun has a range of uses, okay? And I'm just going to look at some of the range of them uses. And you can skip, there's about 9 slides here. So if you're looking at a slide that you say, well, I already know that use, then you wouldn't necessarily have to look at that slide. So you can skip on to the next slide. So I gradually build up the various uses of the verbal noun in Irish and show how useful it is to build up very useful sentences, okay? So we'll just go to the second element to sort of hopefully, right, okay. The first thing that the verbal noun of any verb is used for is to get this ing in English. So for example, if you take jan, which means make or do, then you'll find that the oo sound is very commonly used at the end. No matter what the spelling, it might be a u fada, oo, or it could be an adh, oo, or it could be an amh, oo. Up in Ulster Irish, there's a lot of oo sounds there. There's slightly different pronunciation in other dialects, but that's somebody else's job for another day. Okay, so Jan, and then ag Janu, doing. Okay, you're really saying Janu means the act of doing, so you're at the act of doing. You're in the process of doing it. Ag Janu, doing. Now I am sort of saying that very, very deliberate there, ag Janu, but in actual fact in speech, that G would hardly be heard at all. A Janu, a Janu. So it just disappears, okay, in normal speech. Tami a Janu, I am doing my yihil, my best. Tami a Janu, my yihil, right? So don't be saying ag Janu because it slows you down. Tami a Janu, my yihil. So you can see one use now of the verbal noun is to get this ing meaning that you get in English. It's sort of known as something that's continuous or continuing on as part of the sentence. So the act is not completed, it is actually occurring and ongoing, right? So ing, ing. Tami Janu ma yihil, I am doing my best. Tog, this one's slightly a wee bit irregular insofar as it's ail, togail, okay? Togail, so tashiad a togail chi fui lahar. Tashiad a togail chi fui lahar. They are tashiad a togail, building. So it can be build, tog can mean take or build, so that's why I'm using this context to mean build. Tashiad a togail ti, they are building a house, fui lahar, at present. Tashiad a togail ti fui lahar, they're building a house at present, okay? So you can see again, building, okay, it's the ing, brish. And in this sense here again, so brish is break, so a brishu is breaking. Brish is break, a brishu, breaking. So tattoo, a brishu machri, you are breaking my heart. Tattoo, a brishu machri, you're breaking my heart, right? Or somebody sort of saying something that's just not pleasant to your ears. Tattoo, a brishu machri, okay? And the next one, Jeshi, right? Vishe, he was. And this is not so important. I'm focusing on this. So if you don't know these, it could be at a wee level above where you should be at. But basically, I'm focusing on the use of this ing in English, how you get it in Irish. Vishe a Jeshu and char. Vishe a Jeshu and char. He was repairing or fixing the car. Okay? Vishe a Jeshu and char. He was repairing the car. Okay? Tossi is the verb start. Tossi, and that's just your stem, start. Beme, I will be, a tossu, starting. Beme a tossu, jaluan. Beme a tossu, jaluan, I will be starting on Monday. So if you got a new job, you might say, I will be starting on Monday. Beme a tossu, jaluan. Okay. All. Funny enough, all just means drink, but you'll notice that some of the verbal nouns actually just keep the exact same form as the stem. There's a small number of them, they're very close. Shules was slightly a bit different, but it's more or less the same. And all is another one. So there's a few like that don't have any special form for the verbal noun. They just keep the same as the stem. But you'll find the other ones like get an oo sound in some way or another. And then there's other different endings, of course, not just oo. So, ni vienshe, he does not be a gall drinking. And notice the strong G this time. That's because the verbal noun is starting with a vowel, so the G will be strong. The only time the G is silent is whenever it starts with a consonant, okay? So, ni vienshe a gall Dominic. He doesn't be drinking often. That might not sound like a sensible sentence in English. He doesn't be drinking often. But in actual fact, it's good to know this because the verbal noun, along with the he does not be, or I be, and you be, and he be's, it's actually used a lot of the time as almost a replacement for the present tense. So you could actually say there, he doesn't drink often. Now, you're not actually using the verb to drink and such, you're using the verb to be. He doesn't be drinking. So a lot of these verbal nouns can be put in with this be verb to get your almost your habitual present in that we would use in English. So he doesn't be drinking often, but I suppose in good English, he doesn't drink often. Okay? So ní bhíonn sé agál go minic. So if I said, for example, being shade, they do be, being shade, ag tógáil tithe, they be building houses. In other words, I suppose in English you could say it, there is another way of saying that in Irish, but in English it's sort of similar to they build houses, right? So sometimes in Irish you can say they be building houses, they be drinking, and stuff like that. It's perfectly natural in Irish, where it's not so natural in English. So main point anyway, grammatical point, the verbal noun, the one that's slightly different from the stem, you must learn. That's why you need to learn the verbal noun, so you're able to get these ing meanings in English. A janu, doing, a tógáil, building, a brisú, breaking, a jesú, repairing, a tosu, starting, a gall, drinking. Okay, so that's the first basic function of the verbal noun, to get the continuous ing that we have in English, right? So let's see now if this moves on. The second function, in addition to that ing, is to get the sense of to do something in English, to do something. And the best way to look at that is to look at a few examples, okay? So again, we'll just try to stick to most of the same verbs, even though we do shuffle them around a wee bit later on. So if you say Jan again, right? We seen from the previous one, ag janu, okay, was the way to get doing. But this type of structure here is some learners have a wee bit of difficulty at the start, but anyway, medium level should be able to get this no bother. Bawaithlo means I would like, or I want, right? Slightly formal, but I would like or I want. Bawaithlium. And then shin means that. Ayanu, I would like that to do. In English, of course, it would come out as I would like to do that. Whereas in Irish, this structure goes wee slightly around. The thing comes first that you would like to do. It comes first. And this wee connects the janu to the shin, right? So shin, yanu. And notice that instead of janu, you get a shevu, okay? So this wee will cause a shevu or a hitch on any letter that can take it in a verbal noun, and it'll slightly change the initial pronunciation. So janu, that becomes a y sound, y. Shinayanu. Bawaithlium shinayanu, I would like that to do. And that's how you say in Irish, I would like to do that. There's a range of sentences like this, that or part sentences that take this verbal noun structure. Things like, for example, higlum, I can, or isfedrlum. Or for example, isfarlum, I prefer. Isdoilum, I think. Tame abalta, I am able. Shinayanu, to do that. Tame abalta, if you had that. Shinayanu, that to do. I am able that to do. So there's a wide range of sentences that you need to learn that would take this verbal noun type of structure. But that's a simple one there. Bawaithlo, they would like. Okay? Chacha hogail. So remember we had ag togail for lifting or building. Well, in this case, you're saying to build. So in this case it was to do, but in this case it's to build. They would like, bawaithlo, chacha hogail, they would like a house to build. They would like to build a house. And the wee connects the word chach to the verbal noun. Chach a hogail, and it puts a shevu on. They would like a house to build. They would like to build a house. Brish, break. And remember we had ag brishu, breaking. But here again, near waithlium, I wouldn't like, I don't want to. And jli, the law, a vrishu. Near waithlium and jli a vrishu. I wouldn't like to break the law, okay? Near waithlium and jli a vrishu. I wouldn't like to break the law. I don't want to break the law. But literally, I would not like the law to break, okay? That's how you would say it in Irish. Kahime, I must, I have to. And that's another wee turn of phrase that would take the verbal noun structure, okay? So, Kahime and car a yeshu. I must the car to fix. So, I must fix the car. I must repair the car, okay? I must the car to fix. And car a yeshu, and the wee a links on car, the car, to the word fix. And this is all the verbal noun, so that's why you need to know the verbal noun for these simple structures. Tashi raw well, it's too late. Mal is late, but tashi raw well, it's too late. Unrang a hosu, the class to start, coming from the verb tossi. And the wee a causes the H on the verbal noun. Tashi raw well and rang a hosu, okay? And then here's another type of phrase that uses that verbal noun structure. Near chor ditch, it wouldn't be right for you. In other words, you shouldn't. You shouldn't too much to drink. So you shouldn't drink too much, okay? Near chor ditch, you ought not to. Near chor ditch, barriocht all. You shouldn't drink too much. Barriocht is too much. Barriocht all, too much to drink, okay? And notice you could sort of switch some of these around. Near chor ditch and rang a hosu, you shouldn't start the class. You shouldn't the class to start. Near chor ditch and car a yeshu, you shouldn't fix the car. Near chor ditch and jli a vrishu, you shouldn't break the law. Near chor ditch chahahogail go foil, you shouldn't build a house yet. Near chor ditch shin nayanu, you shouldn't do that. So do you see how handy that is? Once you get a structure, a sentence that ticks this verbal noun type of structure to say to do something, to build it, to break it, to repair it, you can sort of swap a lot of these around and it gives you a real ability to build sentences up, okay? So we'll move on now to number 3. Slide number 3. In this sense, we're still on the to do, but remember in the previous one there, to do that, to build a house, to fix the car. They were slightly different in that they had all something with them, you know, and that's when you needed the wee a to connect that thing, like on car a yeshu, and chach a hogail, shin a yanu. But let's say you're using verbal nouns. We've changed them slightly because they don't all work as well in this case. But these are verbal nouns here of different verbs, right? One or two of them we did have in the previous thing. But in this case, you actually do not have anything with them. So you're not saying, for example, here, it's too late to start the class, okay? You're just saying it's too late to start. So there's nothing along with to start. There's no class, okay? Equally here, you're just saying you shouldn't, and you're not saying drink too much. So you haven't got too much in there as a noun, okay? You just have you shouldn't drink. Well, when there's no noun or nothing accompanying the verbal noun, okay, then there's no need for the a, and there's no need for the hitch. So you can just say, if you know that tar means come, and if that's the verb to come, and if you learnt then that chacht, that's completely, don't be letting that frighten you. It's so different because there's no regular verb, just there's only 11 of them. But chacht is the verbal noun of the verb to come. If you put ag in front of it, ag chacht, coming, a chacht. Fan is the verb to wait or stay. Afanacht, staying or waiting. Remember that ag, if you put that in front of those. Re is run, agri, running. Jeffrey is to hurry. So a Jeffrey would be hurrying. A tossu, starting. And igol, drinking. But let's say you're not saying the ing, and you're just saying, I would like to come. Okay? Bawailum chacht. Could be to do something or could be to come. So bawailum chacht, and there's no need for an a or anything because it's not linking to anything. Near bawailyo, they would like to stay. Fanacht. Bawailyo fanacht. They would like to stay. There's nothing along with a stay, there's no noun. Near wailum ri. I don't want to run. I wouldn't like to run. I don't want to run. Near white yum re. Now, if you put something along with run, you would have to use the a along with it. So you would be saying, I don't want to run a race. Near white yum res a re. Okay? So that's when you would use it if you had something in along with it. Kahime, I must, I have to. Kahime, and you just get your verb for hurry is Jeffrey, but your verbal noun is Jeffrey. I have to hurry. Kahime Jeffrey. Kahime Jeffrey. Okay, you'll probably say Jeffrey Yanu, but that's you can use this as well. Kahime Jeffrey, I must hurry. It's too late to start. Tashi raw wal tosu. But if you want to say it's too late to start the meeting, then now start or something along with it, then you'd have to say Tashi raw wal and crinyu a hasu. Okay? So that's slightly different because you have something along with it. But here just saying it's too late to start. Okay, so it's on its own, it doesn't have a noun with it. Tashi raw wal tosu. And then near hordich all. You should not drink. You ought not to drink. Okay? To drink. And there's no need for the like you were saying, you shouldn't drink tea. Near hordich tea at all. You shouldn't drink tea. Near hordich coffee at all. You need the wee if you're linking it to tea or coffee or something. But if you're just saying you shouldn't drink, that's just the activity. There's no need for the in that case. So that's slightly connected to the last one, only without nouns. Okay? So that's the first thing you use it for ings, drinking, eating, laughing, whatever, and then you use it then for to do something. And there's two different examples of that. One where you have nouns with them, and one examples where you don't have nothing with it. Okay. The next one, it is often used as well, and we're sort of stepping up a wee bit now. It gets slightly more awkward, but it's still basically the same thing. So make sure you know the other 3 or 4 inside out before you step onto this, right? Okay. So in this case, the verbal noun is also used in a sense of things being done at the moment, this moment in time, or they were being done at some other moment in time. So being done, being drunk, being built, being broken, right? Well, let's see how, we'll get a few sentences, see how it operates, right? Jan, and again we have the Janu, only this time, if you want, the wee word for being is with a fara, so slightly longer. It's not just like Tea Yanu or Tea all. See that is very, very short and brief. Tea all, Tea Yanu. Okay? This time, tate, T is being made, being done, being made. Tate a Yanu anish. So if say you're out somewhere now and somebody's saying, is there no tea? Tate a Yanu anish. And see the way that is slightly, just a wee bit stronger than the other because it has the fara, but it means being done, right? So the verbal noun is used as well to get this sense of something that is being done at the minute. So tate a Yanu anish. Tea is being made now. Calm down, sir. You'll get your tea, okay? Tate a Yanu anish. Tea's been made now. No need to panic. Tachach a hogailanshin. There's a house being built there. There's a house being built there. Tachach a hogailanshin. Okay? Tachach a hogailanshin. There's a house being built there. Ta anjli a vrishu. The law is being broken. Ta anjli a vrishu. Okay? The law is being broken. Okay? Ta an inya I'll just leave that one out for now. Right. So those 3, and you'll notice that generally a good part of the time you'll have the shevu on it, like that I would put a shevu. But that's because these things are masculine, okay? Te is a masculine thing, so the a for being will put a shevu on. Chach is masculine, so the a for being done will put a shevu on, you'll get your hitch. And jli is masculine word, and the a fara will put a hitch in. I don't want people panicking if they don't know which of these are masculine, which aren't, or anything like that. And I suppose I would say if you're not 100% sure if a word is masculine or not, just probably treat it like that, right? So, and you'll make mistakes, but you can tidy up those as you go along, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, even among native speakers, this will be the more common thing. Even sometimes whenever things is feminine, you know, you will find sometimes native speakers are go towards us putting the chevu on anyway. Not all native speakers, but you will hear some people at it. So if you are going to err on the side of putting the chevu on that particular with these here, okay? With this particular structure. That said, if you're 100% sure the word is feminine, right? So the window, uninyog, that's a feminine word. That being will not cause a chevu on the verbal noun. So instead of ta an inyog, a jeshu, the window is being broken, or being repaired, today, anew. The window is being repaired or being fixed today, okay? If I had car in there, if I had car, I'd be saying ta and car, a yeshu, because car's a masculine thing, so it'd be a yeshu, being fixed, okay? So that being would cause a chevu, okay? So there's, for masculine things, you'll get the chevu for being done. But all these are still taking the verbal noun as well, remember that. Now there's one further extra wee complication on this front, right? Let's say it's a plural, narangana, okay? They're classes. So the classes are being started tonight. So the classes are being the classes are being started tonight, okay? So tanarangana a dosu anocht. Tanarangana a dosu anocht. The a for being in that case will cause an eclipse, okay? An eclipsis. It will a T will always get a D in front of it when there's an eclipsis, okay? If it had been, for example, if something was ta'anaf wanyaga, the windows are being broken, a mrishu, a B will get an M in front of it. You'll lower, you can learn what letters get which ones in front of them whenever the eclipse is. The main point I'm looking you to remember is that being, if something, the classes are, if it's a plural here, then the a for being will cause an eclipsis, okay? Whatever that form that might take. Tanarangana a dosu anocht. The classes are being started tonight, okay? And then bariacht is a feminine thing, too much or an excessive amount of something, right? Ta bariacht a hall and shaw, right? And so up here, remember we seen that the a for a feminine thing didn't cause the chevu. It didn't say a yeshu, it was a jeshu. Well, whenever the verbal noun starts with a vowel, the a for a feminine thing will cause a H on it, okay? Tabariacht a hall, there's too much being drunk here, okay? Tabariacht a hall and shaw, there's far too much being drunk here, right, okay? So that's how that operates. So that is another sense in which, another really useful thing for the verbal noun is used with, you know. Something is being done, okay? Something is getting done now, or was getting done, and it was an ongoing thing again. But this wee word being here is being done, right? Okay? And we just want to build on that a wee bit, right? Because that as well can be built on, right? If you want to say who was doing it or who was being done by whom, okay? So let's take a wee look at that. Hopefully I'm on the right, if my memory serves me right, okay. So if something is getting done or being done by somebody, right? In this case, you use the wee preposition ag, which means at somebody. Agam at me, agat at you, aga at him, aki at her, agin at us, agav at yous, and aku at them. So in this case here, ta te a yanu aku. There's te being done by them or being made by them. And in Irish, that is another way of just saying they are making tea. You can just say ta siad a janu te, right? But this is a second method that you will find used in Irish as well. There's te being done by them. there is tea being done by them, and you can use the verbal noun to get that structure, and it basically just means they are making tea. And it sort of has that sense of it's something that's ongoing, right? So tate a yanu aku. They're making tea. Tea is being done, is being made by them, okay? Tachach a hogail ugin. A house is being built by us. Tachach a hogail ugin. A house is being built by us. In other words, we're building a house, okay? And again, because chach is masculine, it'll get a hitch. The being done, exact same thing, being done, being built. And then tangli a vrishu ugat. The law is being broken ugat by you. So in other words, you're breaking the law. Tangli a vrishu ugat. You're breaking the law. The law is being broken by you. It doesn't sound sensible in English. The law is being broken by you, but and just think then, whenever you get that out, just think of that structure. But it can also mean you are breaking the law, right? Tanglia vrishugat, you are breaking the law. And again, now we can see because the feminine one, it didn't get the hitch, right? An inyog for the window is feminine. Tan inyog a jeshu agam. The window is being repaired or fixed. Agam by me. In other words, I'm repairing or fixing the window. Tanarangana a dosu again. The classes are being started by us. In other words, we are commencing the classes. We are starting the classes. Ta bariacht a holagat. Bariacht a holagat. There's far too much being drunk by you. Well, there's too much being drunk by you. Being drunk. And bariacht is feminine, so the hitch goes on the one with the vowel. Ta bariacht a holagat. But remember what it says to you. If you're not sure if bariacht is masculine or feminine, I would say just leave that alone. Ta bariacht a holagat, and people will understand you, right? This is just keeping everything very precise, you know. But there's a wee bit more chaos in the language than sometimes the grammar books would have you believe. Okay, so tanarangana a dosu again. The classes are being started by us. Okay, and it does no harm to learn these phrases and learn what you're doing, and then you internalize it. Okay, so that's that sort of structure: being done first of all, and then being done by somebody. Okay, and it's the a fara. It gives you that sense of something of being done, plus this part known as the verbal noun. Okay, and so if you only knew the stems and you got your past, present, future, but if you didn't know what the verbal noun was, you couldn't do any of this at all. That's why it's vital that the verbal noun is learnt. Okay, right. Let's see what the next one. Purpose. So if you want to add a wee bit stronger thing, a sense of there's something that must be done or has to be done, okay, then the wee word le carries a lot more weight than